Welcome to the very first inaugural PC Crate customer build vlog series. We decided we wanted to try and film some vlog style content for the YouTube channel, so we figured the easiest way to do it would be to just take our customer orders that were for pre-builds and put them together on camera so we can bring you guys along with us.
Hello!
For this build we have a MSI B550 motherboard, Ryzen 9 5900X, 2.5 terabytes of NVMe storage, 32 gigabytes of DDR4 to 3200 RAM,
Okay.
850 watt 80 plus gold power supply, 240 millimeter AIO, EVGA RTX 3080 FTW3 Ultra.
Hold it up. Upside down.
And then for the case, we have it's very big, a Lian Li 215X, right there.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So we're going to start with our motherboard here and install the CPU. From there, we're going to install our storage and our RAM. So we got our two drives in here. One is a 500, one is a 2 terabyte. 500 is going to be used as a boot drive for Windows. I like to keep those separate from the main storage drive. It's totally unnecessary, just a personal preference thing. And then we got our RAM in here and CPU's installed. So we're going to go ahead and get the case unboxed and pop this in there.
I'm recording just so you know.
I hate these stupid little things. Technology that is starting to be phased out. It couldn't happen sooner. Gotta take a couple standoffs out because we have a smaller motherboard. It's not full ATX. It's nice to have one of these handy dandy little nut drivers to do this. For anyone wondering, we got this anti-static work mat from Gamers Nexus, and that's why I can just set the motherboard on it and everything. We have it grounded off to an outlet in the wall over there, so don't have to worry about any static charge, which is nice. I love having one of these to do stuff like this on. It just makes it a lot easier. Look at that.
Look at what?
Like charm.
Speaking of play mats, work mats, what'd you call this?
Like a work mat, work surface.
Work surface. We are making.
I wasn't gonna finish your sentence for you. We have a mouse pad design that we've been working on for a little while, and the art should be done in the next couple of days, I'm hoping. So then we're gonna send it off and get it mocked up and have some samples sent back to us so that we can potentially give some away on Reddit or something, and then add them to the website for people if they want to add them to their order. The art is super cool. It's like a blown up computer build with all the components, and it's all neon RGB, whatever you want to call it. Really into it. I'm definitely going to be using one on my desk, and I'm excited about giving them away. The last giveaway we did on Reddit was awesome. Everybody responded really well to it, and it was a nice time. Nice little holiday vibe.
Yeah, making an art piece with an artist, I guess 2 artists, has been kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Like trying to explain your vision to somebody else.
Especially someone else who, like I said, it's essentially a computer and all the components kind of exploded, almost like a blueprint. And explaining that to someone who's never built a computer, nor cares to build a computer, had its challenges, I'm sure.
Yeah, plus like none of us on the PC Crate team are artists, So, I mean, we have like an idea of what we'd like. I would say we know how to describe like the vibe that we're going for.
All the little
We're not the
details to make it,
professionals, right?
yeah, to make it accurate, like
Yeah, yeah.
to the way it is in real life, are the biggest trip up, I guess.
Yeah. And then you have a whole nother can of worms trying to reach out to manufacturers, which we also have never done.
Yeah, I've never had a custom thing made in bulk, so it's been a learning experience, but it's gone pretty well so far. By the way, this is the best $2 I've ever spent.
Show me.
Just
Show it off.
got
Show and tell.
magnets. I'm gonna go ahead and do the AIO, get that installed up in the top here.
In my opinion, the worst part of the build.
That is the most annoying part.
I hate
For
this
sure.
part.
This is useless. So we gotta take the stock cooler retention brackets off.
Sorry. Did I hit you with the
Bumped me a little
microphone?
bit. They've got the cables coming off the front corner, so when we install it, they're going to be visible, which is stupid. So if you take the fan off and you rotate it 90 degrees, like I did on this first one, it'll come out the back, and then it tucks through there and you never see it. It's just hidden. I need Magnum gloves.
Oh my god.
Almost installed. Usually only put 4 screws in. There's no reason to put in more than that. Unless you're trying to earthquake proof your computer. In which case you got bigger problems. Now, pop this off. It's got pre-applied thermal paste on there.
Wait, hold on.
So you gotta be careful to not touch it.
My lighting. It's just reflective. Alright, go.
And we gotta pop this guy off. This is an Intel bracket. I forget if it got twists. And then you got this guy. Put it on, twist it into place. Oh man. Gotta grab these little thumb screws. And you just wanna pop them on. You don't have to worry as much about tightening things in a cross pattern as you would if you were putting on like a dab of thermal paste. Since this has the pad, it's already spread out pretty decently, but I'll get them to where they stop spinning freely, and then I'll do a screwdriver and alternate just to be safe. Alright, so we gotta take the back panel off here. Should be able to see a little bit better, maybe?
Yeah.
So essentially you have a cable coming off of each of these fans that we rotated earlier so they'd be facing the backside. And then you have a cable, 2 cables coming off of your AIO. One says to motherboard, one says to fans, and it's got 2, pretty self-explanatory. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these, there's a little grommet to pass all your wires through. So we're gonna push everything back there, and then anything that needs to be brought back through, we'll just bring through the head and as much wire as we need, so we can leave the excess tucked.
God, there's so much happening in such a small space.
I know.
How do people film this?
We're going to do the power supply.
I'm gonna need more energy than that.
Power supply.
I'm gonna need more energy than that.
Power supply.
No.
I've installed a lot of these EVGA ones. I like them a lot. Super easy. Whoa. we got nice braided cables. This one is modular, so nothing is pre-attached, which is nice because you don't have extra clutter in your case that you don't need. There's screws, there's our straps. This is a little, what do you call it? A little bracket that you plug into your motherboard 24-pin ATX, and it shorts these two pins together, and it tricks your computer into turning on without having to actually hook everything on. It'll just send power to the components that you already have plugged up. If you needed, you do it to test, like mostly for putting in a water loop. You can do something like that to send power to the pump and circulate water without turning the computer on. I don't use them very often.
I don't understand.
Only on occasion. Now, power supply is going to be back in here. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the cables that we need so that I don't have to try and do it after we've scooched it all in there. Wish I had some, oh I do.
Some what? Some what?
Snips.
Oh.
Wasting my time. No, it feels weird.
What? Smell it again?
I didn't know there was such thing as a fresh cable smell. Smell?
Ew.
Very pungent, isn't it? Stand down. Slide it in. Wow. Come on.
You can
Oh, I didn't get it in there.
You can turn it around. You're doing your pattern even on this.
I do it on everything. I notice that I do it all the time. I learned to do that when I was younger in college. Me and my buddies built a lot of drift cars, and we'd take them to the track. When we bring a drift car to the track, you got to bring like, I don't know, at least like 6 or 8 extra tires, because when you're drifting, you're burning through tires. And so you bring a bunch of extra wheels, you just change the wheel out, and that's the way you put lug nuts on a car. You alternate in a star pattern.
And
now it's a habit that I can't get rid of.
And now we've all learned something about computers and cars.
What?
I just pressed record.
Hate doing these, but we've put it off.
Doing what?
So you have your front panel I/O for your power button, your audio, your USB. These are fine. These are a nightmare.
I want to get every single one of these cables going in. Otherwise, it didn't happen. What's that? What did you just do? What is that?
Oh, shush.
What's that?
I can't see!
What?
I can't read these little...
You need glasses.
So you got your LED, you got your power switch, your reset switch, and then your hard drive LED. So it goes on these little pins here. And there's a little printing here. If you get out your microscope, you can see that they have a little diagram printed on the motherboard.
Well, good luck.
I'm going in!
See you on the other side.
I've already unplugged myself twice while trying to plug in another cable. The start of the show.
Okay.
Oh, it's got little finger holes now. Look at that. That's
wow,
innovation.
AVGA. Thank you.
Finest.
What? Wait. What are you doing?
Giving you a money shot.
Okay. Jeez.
Where's the... Doesn't want to come out.
What?
A little sticky. The GPU, for those of you that don't know, goes typically in this slot. We only have one option here on this motherboard, so that's where it's going to go. You got to take some of these PCIe covers off first.
Tell us what you did yesterday.
Tell us what you did yesterday. We had my sister's dog over, who's a Great Pyrenees. She's about 90 pounds. And these two got tangled up. And one of them pretended to have a broken leg and cried and screamed and yelled. And we were so worried that we rushed her to the emergency vet, half an hour away in traffic and rain. And by the time we got there, we put her on the pavement and she walked around like she was fine. After crying and refusing to put any weight on her foot. And then we got there and she's like, I'm okay. I'm gonna plug in our GPU power. Like so. Like so. You're making me look bad.
Where'd your gloves go?
I took them off.
Where'd your gloves go? What happened?
They're so annoying.
Did they finally just
Pretty much got all
shred
raggedy.
into nothing?
You has power and is excited to see me. So at this point, we need to cable manage in the back here, but I don't want to do that until I've posted everything and made sure that everything works. So I'm gonna take it into the other room and hook it up to my test setup, make sure that everything boots up okay, and then probably install Windows and then come back and do the cable management at the very end.
You're not gonna take us with you?
Do you want to come?
You're not gonna take us with you?
I need some me time.
Time for more?
More drink?
No. I don't want a diet or sugar-free Red Bull. Exactly.
You recording?
Yeah. Okay. That step's done.
We got Windows installed, everything posted fine. So now it's time to do the most thrilling part of any build and make it prettier. Oh, also I forgot one little thing on the CPU. It doesn't really change anything. The CPU, the water block here, has a little USB cable like this into the bottom of the water block, and then that into a USB header. And it allows you to control the RGB. All done! Ta-da! Now you just gotta slap that cover on there.
What?
There's construction going on.
There's construction going on.
And the guys operating the lift don't know how to operate the lift quietly. So.
It's probably beeping now. Oh, there it goes.
I didn't push it hard enough. I really like this RAM.
Yeah, it looks great.
Damn it. Seems my zip tying has caused our GPU or our CPU fans to be unplugged. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, there's one of them. Now unplug the other one. Jeez, these stupid things. Looks good. So yeah, we'll be shipping this build out here soon. It's a pretty sweet build, and we're excited for the guy who's getting it. But yeah, that's our first vlog. Certainly a little rough around the edges as we figure out what we're doing here, but we enjoyed making it and we're excited to do some more in the future. I feel a little dog sitting on my foot.